So for the first time ever, CSGO hit 1 million concurrent players over the weekend.
And even more esports events have been suspended due to the ongoing coronavirus pandemic.
We've decided to err on the side of player, fan, and staff safety.
Then Ninja and Nadeshot got into it over some pretty hilarious beef on stream.
Brother, I love you, man, but shut the fuck up.
And Warzone had maybe one of the biggest weekends in the history of video games.
Oh shit, I just got smacked.
Let's go! Let's get into it.
Now, you may have noticed that our surroundings have changed a little bit this week. And that's because, much like the rest of the world, we're trying to do our part to prevent the spread of COVID-19. And that means bringing you the same great content, but from the comfort of our own homes. Think of it a little bit like an episode of Cribs, except with a lot less Lamborghinis. Make sure you all stay healthy out there.
And yeah, while it's got most of us working from home, the coronavirus has also shut down most of the sporting world, and a lot of those pro athletes from the NBA and the NFL have decided to spend their time streaming on Twitch instead.
This type of power cannot be contained! Yeah!
Yeah, I guess when these guys don't have practice and they don't have games, they do exactly what we do, sit around and play video games. And maybe the most awesome example of all of this was a guy named Lando Norris, who's a professional F1 driver. He was streaming to like 70,000 viewers over the weekend. That's like Tim the Tatman Ninja numbers. It was crazy.
Yeah, that is pretty nuts. And like Keith, one of the funniest things I've seen from all of this is Devin Booker, who plays for the Phoenix Suns in the NBA. He was streaming on Twitch with Nadeshot playing Warzone, and Nadeshot's actually the one who told him that the NBA league was like canceled, and he just like doesn't know what to do.
Well, I mean, I guess what he's gonna do is play a lot more Warzone.
Yeah, that's a good point.
All of the NBA is suspended. Devin, I'm sorry, brother, but you just heard it from me.
No, deadass, it really might be, bro.
No, it's announced.
No way. What the fuck is going on,
Man, hop
bro?
on the jet, come to the compound, let's get this Warzone grind on.
For the first time since its release in 2012, CSGO finally hit 1 million concurrent players, Keith.
Yeah, I mean, we've obviously done a ton of content over the last little while about how popular this game has become and how it's exploded in the last few months, but I don't think anybody, even Colten, could have predicted that we'd get to 1 million concurrent players this fast.
Now, like we mentioned, COVID-19 continues to impact the world of esports, with both the LCS and the LEC suspending games.
Yeah, I mean, over the past few weeks, it's been almost impossible to keep up with all of these cancellations. And like you said, the LEC and LCS have been suspended until further notice. The LCS Finals is going to be played in a studio with no crowd. And while there's a lot of talk about getting games played online, we're still unclear of whether or not that's going to be possible.
We've decided to err on the side of player, fan, and staff safety and suspend the LEC spring split until further notice. We apologize for the late notice, but we have a developing health situation among the LEC crew and staff today that requires our full attention.
Now, you guys may not know, but Keith and I argue on a daily basis, and thank God the public usually doesn't see it. Now, Ninja and Nadeshot, on the other hand, they don't really have that luxury, Keith.
Yeah, I mean, this weekend, they were streaming Warzone all day, and let me tell you, things got really heated. Nadeshot was fully on tilt on stream, and well, this got hard to watch.
Matt, I just want to say you are doing nothing for this team right now.
Tyler, I love you, man, but shut the fuck up. Do I need to have you hear tell me that I'm not playing the way that you want me to play? Why is that helpful?
If you want to get any of us up, it's not just sitting there and isn't going to do anything.
Oh, dog. Come on, man.
Now, Twitch continues to lock down some of its biggest personalities, with DrDisrespect signing a multi-year deal to stay with the platform, Keith.
Yeah, I mean, this was incredible, and obviously it's great for Twitch to have Doc around, but maybe the best part of the whole thing was that video. Truly 80s action movie style, and my personal favorite of all of these crazy announcement videos.
You know the biggest difference between me and you, boys? Is that I can fly without space.
CSGO's disgraced prodigy Swag actually signed to one of esports' biggest organizations last week, Keith.
Yeah, Korean organization T1, you know, that same org where Faker is from? Well, they signed Swag to their Valorant roster, and there is a lot to unpack there. First, that's a game that's not even out yet, and it's supposed to be like CSGO, but who knows? And then there's the whole match fixing side of things. Swag was famously a part of the iBuyPower match fixing scandal in CSGO, and that is not something that is going to sit well with the Korean fan base. And it is still yet to be determined how they're going to handle the news of this signing.
This weekend saw the launch of Warzone, a battle royale that absolutely dominated Twitch. I mean, everyone was playing it, Keith. It was huge.
Yeah, I mean, Call of Duty's latest battle royale is an absolute slam dunk. It put up numbers that I honestly never could have expected. In its first few days, it was the most popular game ever. Bigger than Fortnite, bigger than Apex Legends, 15 million players.
I think I just saw a scope.
Let's fucking move! Are you in? Oh! You can't even look at me! I saw the gleams of your scope!
And obviously a lot of Twitch's biggest personalities were playing this thing non-stop. Here's a crazy highlight from Lyric, who manages to kill a dude before he even hits the ground.
Yes!
And Nadeshot, well, he was absolutely on one and manages to snipe a dude from a helicopter like 500 meters away.
Oh shit, I just got smacked.
Let's go! I downed him on the helicopter! Colette! I got a Colette through the helicopter!
If you're looking for some more Warzone content, don't worry, because later this week, we've got an entire Don't At Me breaking down all of the details of this massive new game.
Now, Keith, for our last clip of the day, we have this Overwatch streamer who, well, he kind of just loses it. He smashes his keyboard to the point where it doesn't even function anymore.
Yeah, I mean, to end today's show, I think we have what can only be described as a heated gamer moment.
I'm about to call fucking Swimmer. I'm about to call him, and I'm about to fucking get this. I'm so done! I can't with this fucking shit.
Sneeze so hard you fucking muted yourself, you know? Alright.
Yeah, I spend so much time on Google Hangouts with my friends that I'm actually really, really good at etiquette of voice calls.
No, I'm not.